Okay, let's go over here and talk to Marcy from Peoria, Illinois. I was just there last weekend, Marcy, in Peoria, speaking for the Peoria Christian School, raising money there. It was great to be in Peoria. How are you today?
I'm doing well. It's nice to talk to you guys again. I've called several times in the past.
We didn't fix everything?
No, you always give good advice.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm in a place now where I just ended a relationship. I was engaged. The engagement was broken. The relationship's over. And I'm at peace with the fact that he's not my husband. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with that. My issue is I can see him moving on. In fact, I know he'll have no trouble meeting women, lots of women, dating, whatever.
Yeah.
But I have a blank. Like, I see nothing in my future.
Yeah.
I don't have the same hope or faith for myself.
Well, what happened to the relationship that it died?
He was bipolar. And
did he take his medication?
sometimes.
Oh.
And after lots of efforts and attempts and struggles to get him to be compliant or to give him the opportunity to be compliant or do whatever he needed to do, I realized, he's not going to do it.
Okay. So what's the question for us then?
I don't understand. I don't have the same faith and hope for him. The faith and hope I have for him, I don't have it for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know where it went or what happened.
Marcy, have you had lots of loss and disappointment in your life prior to this?
Yes. Lots, yeah.
Okay, relational losses?
My brother was killed in a car accident.
I'm sorry.
Drunk driving accident, and we were we were really, really close.
The reason I asked was kind of as we're diagnosing what's going on, is a lot of people have losses that they haven't recovered from or healed from, and there's sort of this kind of like tipping point where you finally go, I'll never have steady, stable, deep, rich relationships, and hope, like the Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. We give out of hope.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if your gas tank of hope's gone because of all these losses.
I think it is. I mean, I've grieved the loss of my brother, definitely, and been through lots of therapy for that. And I think that when you love someone that's bipolar and you go through so many ups and downs and you hope and you trust and you hang on for so long, and you just have to let it go for your own sanity. But I don't know how to see more for me after. I don't know how to hope for more.
Well, just like the last caller, I got to ask you, are you surrounded with some healthy women, hopeful women that can give you some encouragement, or are you alone?
No, I have great friends, and
okay.
Yeah, I'm.
All right,
I'm
let me flip it around the other way. What is it that you are thinking about you that's disqualifying you from being a candidate for a million guys? You said he's going to have no problem, but you're not applying the same, equation yourself. Why would there not be a bunch of guys that want you and your character traits and your, wonderfulness?
Right.
Well, I'm 38. I've never been married. I don't have any kids, and I just am starting to feel like like an alien. And I just read this article in the paper about this 85-year-old woman who's getting married for the first time, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be 85. I'm just feeling I've dated a lot, and I'm just feeling really hopeless. Like, this is it. I'm going to.
Well, how long were you in a relationship with him?
2 years.
2 years. And you dated for 2 years. How long were you engaged?
We were engaged for about 6 months, and I knew him for 12 years before that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, and the relationship just ended?
Last week is when I finally said, okay, that's enough.
Okay. So, Marcy, I'm wondering if you are in this post-relationship. It's very recently ended, where you're kind of dealing with that fact, that loss, and grieving that. And sometimes when we're in the middle of our grief, it's hard to see very far. It's like being in a dense fog. And a little bit by little bit, things clear, and you can see farther down the road. But right now, I think, the loss is hitting you, and it's kind of dominoed by all those other losses that you were speaking of.
Right.
It's been a lot of back and forth with him, and I feel like I've worn my
aren't you
support
tired?
people out. I'm tired, and I feel like the people that love me are tired. And I feel like I should just be able to get up and go on, because I've been sort of drug behind this for so long.
Marcy, let me give you kind of a menu.
Okay.
Like Jill said, you're going to have to go through a period of recovery. This is a deep loss. It's, you let this guy in really deep, and you were engaged, and so there's going to be a time of recovery. But after that, I want you to get Henry's book. It's
How to
called
Get a Date Worth Keeping.
How to Get a Date Worth
We'll
Keeping.
send it to you.
Because a lot of people have this sort of like one shot at a time dating thing, especially in their late 30s. This might be the person they put all their eggs in the basket. I want you to take his book, and I want you to be a shotgun. And I want you to use the principles which have to do with healthy flirting and see a lot of guys.
Not
and
memorizing the top of your shoes.
You got it.
Looking up,
and
meeting people.
date like 10 or 12 guys at one time and be active in that
Right.
and pursue that. And then start weaning it down. The worst thing you can do after you recover is go back into one guy again.
Yeah.
Let's don't do that.
Right.
We'll get you the book.
I'll send you my book, Avoiding Mr. Wrong, also. I think that'll be a big help. But, we're almost 100% on people that we talk to, and we get them involved in this process of getting a date and meeting and greeting men.
Dates plural.
And I've got great hope for you. We'll